Irina, we've analyzed and reanalyzed everything that was happening on the board. We've mentioned your sentiments, her sentiments. What are your initial feelings after this incredible matchup?
Yeah, well, it's hard to, I was in a definitely feeling very bad after that game in the classical time control where I managed to lose, I would say, like unthinkable position. Like you can't really lose that position. You have so many ways to play, and I achieved that. So, then you're left feeling like, it's like, how do you lose out of nothing? You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like even hard for me to play, and so to lose that, and you're like, okay, well, why did this happen? And how am I going to come back? And then you're spending the next hour before your a rapid tie break, just trying to get back into a normal frame of mind.
And it was also a feeling of a trend shifting from your side to her side, because this was the first game that she actually defeated you, either in classical or rapid or blitz. This was a big shift. How did you recover from that? Did you call your coach? Did you go look over some lines? What did you do?
Yeah, I did not look at any chess in between in that hour. There wasn't really any point. It was clear that was not going to be useful. I did talk to my coach, just generally about, how to approach the match. And actually, the best thing that we did is we started talking about the future of Fischer random chess. Something to do, nothing with my game. I mean, we talked about my game, obviously, but we moved on to talking about what's the future of chess, what's happening to classical chess, why are the games not as interesting as they could be, and how quickly Fischer random is going to arrive and all the advantages of that for a sportsman. So, believe it or not, that was a very tricky conversation because I think we understood like that was the point. Talk about something else. And actually, once I got done talking about Fischer random, I felt, a lot better.
That's very interesting. Just change the topic altogether and come back to the game refreshed. Guys.
Yeah.
Join the conversation.
Our congratulations, Irina. Really, really fantastic stuff. One of the things that really helped us as commentators was the large number of decisive games that the American Cup produces. Your thoughts about the large number of decisive games?
Yeah. Well, I think the format is great because there are going to be decisive games no matter what, even if it starts out kind of slow in the classical chess. You're going to, make the players play some decisive games eventually. So I think the format, is wonderful. It's exciting. Match play, I think, is probably the most exciting format in chess, right? You just like direct matchups, and you have everything: classical, rapid, blitz, and I love this format, and hopefully I contributed a little bit to the excitement in the tournament.
Yeah. And Irina, did you do any special preparations for this event?
Nothing too special. Of course, I always want to prepare more. It's always a thing. It's like I start thinking about it, as soon as I get my invitation. But honestly, in my schedule, it's just been so busy that, I almost never feel like I get to do what I want, in advance of the tournament. But I did do something, of course. And in fact, I started thinking about Alice, before I even played my first match, back home. I knew I wasn't going to face her early on, but somehow it was just my intuition telling me like I could. And so I actually did spend some time thinking about our potential openings, and some of that I was able to use in our matches.
Irina, one final question. What is next for you? You have so many fans around the world. Where they can see you next?
Yeah. Well, next is going to be very soon, actually. Guys, first of all, next you're probably going to see me on YouTube. I'm sure I'm going to do some videos about this tournament and, some of these key moments. And after that, I'm going to be going very far away, long trip to the country of Kazakhstan for the World Championship match between Ding and Nepo, and I'll be commentating alongside a very illustrious lineup. So it's going to be such an honor to comment on the first 4 games with Vishy Anand and then with Daniil Zubov.
And just a quick question about the commentary with Ding and Nepo. Who's your favorite, or who's your pick to win the event?
Yeah, that's hard to say. Who's my favorite between these two players? I mean, I think they're both very nice. In general, I like all chess players, so unless I'm like, unless I'm specially friends with them, I will just kind of, it's hard for me to root against someone, Like, I don't know Ding at all personally, but I think he's a very nice guy, from what I've seen, very nice, humble. I mean, I know Jan maybe like just marginally better, and he also seems like a nice guy. So, I mean, I'm rooting for the chess, actually. That's the way to answer it, right? I'm rooting for the chess to be exciting, not too long and exciting.
Wonderful. Well, have fun. And our kind regards to Vichy as well. I'm sure you'll enjoy calling the action with Vichy. Once again, Irina, you are the champion of the American Cup. Well done.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say thank you to Rex, thank you to the St. Louis Chess Club for organizing this tournament again. And yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful event.
I'm sure we'll see you next year.
Yes, I think so.
Congratulations, Irina.
Thank you.